Good day. I am Rhea Jane Raga Suerte, and I am going to present to you CSC Memorandum Circular No.12 Series of 2005, or the use of non-sexist language. So what is this CSC Memorandum Circular No.12 Series of 2005? So this CSC Memorandum Circular No.12 Series of 2005, issued on March 30, 2005, encourages government officials and employees to use non-sexist language in all its official documents, issuances, and all its communications. So why is there a need to use non-sexist language? Well, first, language is an essential tool in communication, and it promotes gender sensitivity, it articulates consciousness, it affects socialization, and also it reflects culture. So how can the CSC issue once promote gender awareness, you might ask? Well, since government officials and employees encounter gender issues every day, the use of non-sexist language in preparing letters, memoranda, and other communications will encourage us to make a conscious effort to avoid explicit or implicit discriminatory language against women and men. Now, how are we going to use non-sexist language in official communications? Number 1, eliminate the generic use of he, his, or him unless the antecedent is obviously male by A, using plural nouns. Traditional, the lawyer uses his brief to guide him. The suggested would be the lawyers use their briefs to guide them. Letter B, deleting he, his, and him altogether, rewording if necessary. Traditional, the architect uses his blueprint to guide him. Suggested, the architect uses the blueprint as a guide. Letter C, substituting articles a, an, or the for his, using who instead of he. Traditional, the writer should know his readers well. The suggested non-sexist language would be the writer should know the readers well. Letter D, using one, we, or you. Traditional, the manager must submit his proposal today. Then, the suggested would be the proposal must be submitted by the manager today. Letter E, using the passive voice. Traditional, as one grows older, he becomes more effective. For the suggestion, as one grows older, one becomes more effective. Number 2, eliminate the generic use of man. Instead, use people, person or persons, human or humans, human being or human beings, humankind, humanity, the human race. Traditional, ordinary man, mankind, the brotherhood of man. Suggested would be ordinary people, humanity, the human family. Number 3, eliminate sexism and symbolic representations of gender in words, sentences, and texts by A, taking the context of the word, analyzing its meaning, and eliminating sexism and the concept. Traditional, feelings of brotherhood, feelings of fraternity. Suggested, feelings of kinship or solidarity. Traditional, the founding father. Suggested, the founders, the founding leaders. Another example of traditional, the father of relativity theory. Suggested would be the founder of relativity theory or the initiator of relativity theory. Number 4, eliminate sexual stereotyping of roles by A, using the same term for both genders when it comes to profession or employment. Traditional is salesman or stewardess. Suggested, sales agent or flight attendant. B, using gender fair terms and lexical terms. Traditional, sportsmanship. Suggested, the highest ideals of fair play. C, treating men and women in a parallel manner. Traditional, I now pronounce you man and wife. Suggested, I now pronounce you husband and wife. D, avoiding language that reinforces stereotyping images. Traditional, a man's job, the director's girl, Friday. Suggested, a big job, or the director's assistant, not the director's girl. E, avoiding language that catches attention to the sex role of men and women. Traditional, working mothers, spinsters, or old maids. Suggested, wage-earning mothers and married women. Traditional, busboys. Suggested, waiters' assistants. Number 5, eliminate sexism when addressing persons formally by A, using Miss instead of Mrs. Traditional, Mrs. de la Cruz. Suggested, Miss de la Cruz. B, using a married woman's first name instead of her husband's. Traditional, Mrs. Juan de la Cruz. Suggested, Miss Maria Santos de la Cruz. Letter C, using the corresponding titles for females. Traditional, Doctora Concepcion Reyes. Suggested, Dr. Concepcion Reyes. D, using the title of the job or group in letters to a known person. Traditional, we use Dear Sir. Suggested, Dear Editor, Dear Credit Manager, Dear Colleagues. So, in conclusion, gender issues occur every day and anywhere. So the spaces that we work is in no exception. And then a conscious effort to put a stop to gender stereotypes and biases is the use of the non-sexist or gender-fair language in the offices or in schools. Achieving this indicates a significant step to gender equality. If you have some questions, I will be glad to answer them. Thank you and have a good day. Stay safe. God bless.